This is the Reds Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the Postcast brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network. My name is Tim Daniel. I am a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan, and I've been podcasting about this team for 5 years of publications such as Late Night Reds and the Riverfront. And I want to thank you all for spending some time with me tonight as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds still avoiding being swept with a 5-2 win over the Los Angeles Dodgers. If you are just checking my show out for the first time, welcome. We are so glad to have you here. Please be sure to hit that notification button where you can become an everydayer, just like Jason, just like Joshua, just like Steven, just like Patrick, just like all my people here, where I'm here after each and every Cincinnati Reds game. Or you can go ahead and you can also get my good friends Jeff Carr and Stephen Offenbaker Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. On tonight's show, still not swept, baby. Still not swept. We're going to talk about the Reds avoiding a sweep today in a game that was a gutsy-ass performance. And I'm not really supposed to say the A word, but I said it anyway because I felt like it was fitting. So I will pay my fine later, and that will be okay. We're going to talk about Spencer Steer's epic at-bat. And I think it's fair to say the at-bat of the season. And how it was this close to not being the at-bat of the season. We're going to talk about that. And, of course, we're going to give some love to Nick Martinez as he flat out shoved tonight. All that and a whole lot more. And, of course, I'm going to hear from you, the chat. You guys are feeling it tonight. We're all in a good mood. This was a big win. And really what you guys needed, what we needed getting ready for this Braves team coming to town. So let's go ahead and let's get to it, shall we?
This is what you'll be talking about.
Oh boy, that was tough. That was really tough. That was scary. That had moments. It was one of those teeter-tottering games where it could have gone either way. And the Reds lose those games a lot, right? I mean, we've seen them lose those games a lot. To pull that one off against that team. Thank you, Pierre. It's good to see you. And found a way where it looked like it was going to be bad, right? I mean, let's just kind of go through the game. Let's just kind of start from the jump. So the Reds obviously get to lead in the first, but Freddie Freeman hits that 2-run homer, which, I mean, let's be honest, Freddie Freeman's awesome. I don't even think that was a bad pitch by Nick Martinez. I think Freddie Freeman's just the man. And the Reds come back and tie it in the bottom of the fourth. Ohtani gets pulled from the game for cramping. Thank God it's just that, because that could have been really bad. And then they get in between so the first two guys get on. Spencer Steer walks because the incomplete at bat from Ohtani, and then the next the guy comes in and throws two balls. And Will Benson has a sacrifice fly to tie the game up, which is great, but that's all they got out of it. And you're like, oh no, that can't be good. That can't be. That's frightening. And then, I mean, let's go through some of the other parts here. I mean, Luis May comes in. He's got the bases loaded at one point, and he gets that out, which is scary. Sam Maul comes in, is so-so. Scott Barlow has to pick up, fill in for him, and makes that happen. What up, West Coast Rob? How we doing, my friend? It's good to see you here. And Tony Santiago comes out and closes the ninth, of course, after the Spencer Steer hit, which was unbelievable. And then the Spencer Steer hit's great. Don't get me wrong, because I'm pushing over it because that's going to be the next segment, of course. But then you have the play there as well where Will Benson gets that hit right after that as well. Will Benson, nice game for him. Sack fly and this. And then, Steven Horace says right here, Ty Steve pulling 3 walks tonight. Humongous. Really big game for him. I mean, when Ty Steve walks, it seems like things are everything goes much better for this team, right? And then, I mean, and it looks like too, with getting the hit, Gavin Lux's first pitch of the game that Ohtani throws gets a double. It looked like the Reds might be on something tonight, and so many chances they could have lost this game, and so many times they had to tightrope in and out, and tightrope to get out of innings, and they still did it. I love it. I absolutely love it. You guys, the positivity here, I'm really liking it. I'm really, really liking the vibes tonight. Joshua says right here, the door's right over there. Leave the negativity outside it. Respect. Thank you for keeping my rules going, Joshua. You are the real MVP of the chat tonight. This was in a day where a move was made, and a lot of people really like going back and forth on the move. I thought today was a day Reds fans needed. A day when a lot of people were kind of going, meh, I don't know about it. The Reds did something that they really needed today. And big win, huge opportunity there that they took. And, I know we're still looking handful of games out of the wild card spot, but, you're 3 out still. San Diego just doesn't seem to lose right now. But thought today was awesome. Just an unbelievable win against a really good Dodgers team. And you still got to go play them in their house too. So we'll see how that goes in the future as well. But what an unbelievable day. This is going to be a huge one going forward. This Atlanta series, obviously we know how exciting Saturday is going to be, but now you have a chance to set yourself up and get some wins against a Braves team who's really struggling. Their best player just got placed on the IL again, which honestly sucks. I was really looking forward to seeing him in Bristol. But such is life, I guess. So have a chance to probably get, a couple wins here as well. Big one. And to avoid the sweep like that and just that much drama, that much energy, it was pretty awesome. So really, really big win for the Reds tonight. Absolutely huge. Now we got to talk about the fact that Spencer Steer for sure had the at-bat of the season. And then to kind of give the Reds the lead there. So we're going to dive into that here right after this. This episode is brought to you by Gametime. We've all been there, right? Logging on early and waiting forever for concert tickets to go on sale, only to lose your spot for a show you've been dying to see. Live music should be about making memories, not about just of ticket shopping. That's where Gametime comes in. Gametime makes getting concert tickets easier than ever. Prices actually drop as it gets closer to the showtime, and you can save up to 60% off with killer last-minute deals. Are you tired of endless scrolling trying to find the best deal? Gametime's Zone Deals pick the best seats in the section for you. Ever wonder what your view will actually look like before you buy? The app shows you a panoramic seat view, so there are no surprises. Worried about what happens if plans change? The Gametime guarantee has you covered. I love Gametime. It's something I'm very fond of. I use it all the time. I used it for Bristol this weekend. Got my ticket. I'm very pumped for it. Cannot wait. And it takes the guesswork out of buying tickets for shows and things like that. So if you download the Gametime app today, create an account and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Last minute tickets, lower prices guaranteed. Today's episode is also brought to you by our friends over at 5 Hour Energy. It's time to fuel up and turn it up with 5 Hour Energy Transfusion. It brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're seeking birdies or just making memories with the friends, the one's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Let's be honest. Some days on the course or off it, you just need that extra boost to stay sharp and energized. I'm someone who, in my day job, I can kind of get a little lackadaisical, and sometimes that 5 Energy juice just makes it really perfect for me. Just have that out there, take a quick drink of that, get going again, get my energy up to get the day going, and then obviously have some time to be up and energized when I play with Iris later. Is absolutely awesome. If you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that is number 5hourenergy.com, you can use my promo LOCKEDONGolf to receive 20% off your first order. That offer is only valid until September 30th on one order. It cannot be used with other promotions. The code is not good on subscription orders. Whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energizing boost you need to power through. Order transfusion flavor 5 Hour Energy shots today. That felt like the longest ad read of all time. But thank you all so much for spending some time with me here tonight on the Postcast as we discuss the Reds with an epic victory over the Los Angeles Dodgers 5-2. And Steve Offenbaker in the chat in the air right now. Love it. Absolutely love it. Good to see you, buddy. If you're just checking me out for the first time, please be sure to hit that notification button so you can not only get me on each and every Reds game, but you can get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. And Steve is on his way to spend some time with us. I am riding down with Steve to Bristol. I get to meet the famous Auntie Darlene. I'm very much looking forward to it. I am very excited to spend some time with my boys this week, and we're going to have a lot of fun down there, and we can't wait to see you all down there as well. And I think this one's pretty easy on the turning point, but we're going to do a deep dive. We're making a segment out of this at bat. That's how valuable it was.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
So, Spencer Steer tonight with the at-bat of the year. I don't think that's hyperbole. I really think that really was the at-bat of the year. Multiple reasons. One, obviously trying to avoid the sweep. They haven't been swept all year, trying to keep that going. That was obviously the big thing that everyone was paying attention to. Two, the fact he's consistently fighting off pitches. I mean, it was 11, 12 pitch at bat. And at one point has 2 strikes on him and just keeps going. And obviously the importance of the fact that it's trade deadline eve, and the Reds are looking to maybe keep their roster and make some more moves going. They obviously go and get Brian Hayes, which you can check out Jeff and Steve's reaction show to that. That was awesome. Really, really good insight from those guys on that as well. And then, of course, to get the hits, that looks like it's going to be a homer at first. And then it looks like James Outman's going to come down with it, and it bounces out of his glove, where he saved the run for Steer, but obviously they get those 2 runs in. Steer goes up to third, and then Benson knocks him in the next at bat as well. Just the fact that it felt like that was one of those games, like we kind of talked about it, right? It's like one of those games where they're going in and out of danger. They have a lot of trouble. It feels like it's going to be a game that the Dodgers maybe take from them, and the Reds get swept for the first time all year. And Spencer Steer popping up and saying, in the words of the great Lee Corso, "Not so fast, my friend." And having that hit in that at-bat was fantastic. And I cannot wait to see how this keeps going, because if Spencer Steer keeps hitting like that, and the way he's hit the ball of late really well, I mean, today even, for example, he got on base 3 times today. And if you look at, he really kind of struggled his last 7 games going to this one. I mean, he's been hitting 143. He's been 180 in his last 15. So for him, maybe that's something that he really needed as well. And the Reds certainly needed it. Now you have an Atlanta Braves team who's a little beat up that's coming to town, and you can kind of hopefully get a couple wins on them. 3 would be ideal, right? Wouldn't it be awesome to get a sweep in Bristol? I mean, I think that's what we absolutely need. So huge at bat for him. Unbelievably awesome. Gonna see what the chat has to say here. So Pierre says, "Is Marte the starting writing field going forward with lefties? I'm okay with that." I was thinking about this today, and my guess, I could be way off here, and Steve and Jeff will probably be a lot more insightful on this than I would be, honestly. My guess is against righties, you see Fraley and Benson in the corners, and against lefties, you see Marte and Hayes in the corners. With, having Steve-O, Trevino, and those multiple, now Brian Hayes, guys who can DH in those circumstances. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this all pans out. But I like the move. I mean, I know I'm not paid to talk about it, but I think it's a good move, and I really hope it's not the end of it. And it feels like it's not. It feels like it's a move that leads into something else. It's like a block effect, right? Just kind of building blocks and kind of getting better and better. So I'm excited to see how tomorrow goes and see what they do as further as well. And Nick Martinez was absolutely awesome again tonight, and I was nuts need to start from him as well. So we're going to talk about him to end the show. But first, let's get to our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And my guy Booster here says it, and I would be negligent if I didn't mention it. Yes, congratulations to TJ Friedel. Really awesome. The pictures he shared on his Instagram today, him and his wife had a baby, and it seems like all is good there. So congratulations to the Friedel family, and best wishes for you all. And TJ, take your time getting back to them. You're dad again. We'll see you when we see you. Hopefully sooner than later, but we understand if you want to enjoy that little newborn. Absolutely. Guys, Nick Martinez today. Whew. Was that awesome or what? And it was tough. It's obviously a really good team. Freddie Freeman hits that homer off him, and you're like, okay. But that's Freddie Freeman. That's what he does. And for him to battle around that was obviously something where that's what he does, right? He's the guy you could just never count. He may have a bad start. He may get rocked here and there, but he's the guy who's going to give you everything he's got. And I know that his ERA is a little misleading to how well he's really pitched this year, in my honest opinion. And today, against that team, humongous. I mean, this is a guy who kept Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani basically at a combined over 10 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Well, it wasn't just him, but he had the majority of the at-bats. Got Will Smith out on his at-bats. Will Smith didn't get his hit till later in the game, if I remember correctly. So is this... Okay, Pierre's leading into what I was going to ask. So, Booster, that's really funny. Yeah, Steven says here to keep Betts and Ohtani off the board today was huge. Really, throughout the series, the Reds did such a great job of that. So I have to give them credit for that. But what Pierre was saying was Martinez was great down the stretch in 24. If he can match that, rotation is going to be a nightmare for most teams. I totally agree. If they get 24 Martinez and Hunter Green back, and then, Chase Burns keeps getting better, Nick Lodolo keeps doing what he's doing, Andrew Abbott, lots of options there. So what an awesome day for him. And of course, talk about the bullpen real quick, how they kind of did their thing as well. So Luis May throws an inning, gets out of a jam, huge. Scott Barlow has to fill in for Sam Moll, gets his 4th win. So that was obviously not the way you want that to go, but you're still happy because it works out for him, because Scott Barlow pitches every day, it seems like. And then, of course, the Reds rally, so he gets the win. And Tony Sancion picks up his 3rd save of the year. So the bullpen tonight goes 3 innings and just gives up 3 hits and 2 walks and 1 strikeout. So really interesting there for them, and really nice performance from them as well. Booster asks, is there any juice to the rumor of Sonny Gray? So I will preface by saying I'm not an insider, but if I had to guess, I wonder if it's more St. Louis is more interested in moving Sonny than Sonny is necessarily than moving, because he has that no trade clause. So I don't know if the Reds are going to be the team that he's going to go to, though. I think it makes sense. I just don't know if that's going to be if there were like a perfect fit. Getting an extra starter obviously doesn't hurt, especially at this point in the year. So yeah, and Nikita kind of says it here. I don't know if the Reds are really in love with taking on the rest of the contract, considering that the reason they traded Taylor Rogers in the deal for Hayes today was to match salary. Dingus says, give me Stephen Kwan. I don't know how close that is. Also, I love your Macho Man icon. That's really great. But if Stephen Kwan's coming to town, then yeah, sign me up. I'm all for that. Or if they get a power bat, yeah. So they obviously have needs. And there's obviously a lot of anxiety going into tomorrow to see what they're going to do. But it's going to be exciting. So Johnny G got to have 4 games on his birthday weekend. That's awesome, man. Hope you had a great birthday weekend. And you guys are you guys are going to have me go over time. You guys are going to get me all excited about these people you're throwing out there on the potential on the potential trade targets as well. So I need to go ahead and wrap up here, but the Cincinnati Reds are victors tonight over the Los Angeles Dodgers, 5-2 at Great American Ballpark. The Reds 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors. The Dodgers 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Your winning pitcher tonight is Scott Barlow. He is now 4-0 on the year. Your losing pitcher is Emmett Sheehan, which the effort does not say that he should have lost tonight. He was actually, I got to tip my hat to that kid. That kid pitched really well tonight. And Tony Sancion picks up his 3rd save of the year. And now we can finally move on from the Dodgers, because that was annoying. And we have the Atlanta Braves coming to town tomorrow for the first of 3, obviously 2 in Cincinnati and 1 in beautiful Bristol, Tennessee. It's 7:10 Eastern. Andrew Abbott takes the hill for the Reds. He is 9-8-1 with a 2.09 ERA. He's going against Carlos Carrasco, who I had no idea was pitching for the Braves. I'm going to be honest with you guys. He's currently 2-2 with a 5.91 ERA. Like we said, first pitch will be at 7:10. And that is the MLB TV free game of the day, if you guys care about that, if you're not in the area and don't whatever. But everyone, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I'm Tim Daniel. Oh, there's only 3 games tomorrow anyway, so there's like, what are your choices? Thank you all so much for spending some time with me tonight. I cannot wait to see how trade deadline day goes tomorrow. Go Reds. Let's have some fun tonight. I will see you all tomorrow evening.